Hey my Aquarius babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys had a good weekend. And this is going to be your monthly for the month of August 2019. I am going to do 4 rows of 3 plus 2 for overall energy and 3 for guidance from the universe. This will be enhanced, so that means I'm using 2 decks to do the reading. That's been working really good for me. Those of you that know me know I have some kind of strange psychic ability, but when I'm looking at cards, the more information I can see or the more energy I can get, the better. So using 2 decks has actually provided some pretty decent readings. Let's see. The reminder, I do my cards straight up. Oh, and for the month of August, we are doing $5 readings for subscribers. So if you are a subscriber and you want to get your $5 reading, check out the information down there and hit me up on tarotatarot@gmail. Send me your name, your date of birth, and let me know how you want to get your reading. We can do it live, or we can do it, I can record it, do it over the phone, whatever is working for you. If we do it live, it'll be on Facebook Messenger. And one more shuffle for these. Y'all got a lot kind of going on in your head, Aquarius. Y'all got a lot going on. Y'all are not even really acting on anything. Y'all are just thinking. And you're about to drive yourself nutty batshit crazy. But you're not doing nothing. Wow. That's just picking up the cards. Okay, so let me lay down the first set from the bottom of the deck, Aquarius. Accelerated motion and partnerships and alliances. That sound like you, Aquarius. I've had them friends. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Mental conflict, positive movement forward, authority, hope, balance, spiritual union, heartache and loss, material and spiritual prosperity, the waiting game, choose wisely, harmony, and the truth card. And I'm going to pull one more just because it's the way the month is going. Spiritual strength. Okay, just by the way the month is going, it starts late in the week. So let me slide this over. I had to actually turn my table around because these cards are so big they didn't fit the other way. So alright, from the bottom of the deck, Aquarius, on top of the accelerated motion, you have the death card, and partnerships and alliances, you have the devil card. That's your overall energy. So on mental conflict, you have the Knight of Swords. That's you all day. Positive movement forward, 4 coins. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign. The authority card is pulling the 5 of coin. Hope card is pulling the 8 of cups. The balance card is pulling the strength card. Spiritual union, the 8 of wands. Heartache and loss, the 3 of swords. Material and spiritual prosperity pulls the chariot. The waiting game pulls the 10 of cups. Choose wisely, the ace of coin. Harmony, the 8 of coin. Truth, the 2 of swords. and spiritual strength. The Knight of Cups. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what we got going on here. So, y'all are going through some changes. And you're thinking about a lot of shit. Even though you are only represented by 2 cards on this table. 3 cards, I'm sorry. The 2 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. You still are doing a lot of thinking. You're not doing a lot of doing. Or if you are doing something, you're just doing it and your heart is not really in it. The change that you're going through is getting ready to speed up. In part, some of the energy you've been feeling, Aquarius, has been moving kind of slow. I know that's fucked up for y'all, because y'all like it to move. Has been because of Mercury retrograde. So that's been the slowdown. So the accelerated motion actually makes a little bit of sense in that regard, because after Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, Mercury goes straight. You have 5 other planets that are in retrograde motion. 3, I think, will be out before the end of August, and then you've got 2 others two other slower moving planets. I can't think of who they are right now. That won't be out until October, November, out of retrograde mode. So if you're feeling that sluggish, I can't get through this shit type energy, that's why. But the slowdown has been good for you, because it kind of made you deal with your demons, as it were. And if you're going through a transformation, a lot of times that's the first thing that comes up. You know, you got to deal with your fears and your demons so you can make whatever necessary changes you need to make. You know, if you are not used to working 2 jobs, for example, now you are. You know, it's a change, and it takes time to adapt to certain things. So you guys are going through a transformation. You're not alone. Most signs this year are ending up cycles and making big changes. So don't feel like you're by yourself. But that, because of that, as you get further into the month, things are going to start to pick up. With the partnerships and alliances, with the double card, this is talking about a karmic relationship. So you got a soulmate floating around out there somewhere. You may or may not know this, but for those of you that are in any kind of, you know, what do you want to say, situationship, this is on your mind. And it's on your mind a lot. You know, you have some kind of connection with this person. You may be having some difficulty trying to express how you feel with them. This is your overall energy. You're dealing with changes, and you're feeling slow. You're ready for things to pick up. They are. And the back end of that overall energy is that double card on top of the partnerships and alliances. So some of you were in a situation where, and Taurus just had this reading, where it's decision time. And that's why I'm saying that I feel y'all in your heads. You know, you're playing different scenarios out. You're trying to figure out what's going to work best, what's not, this, that, and the other. You are with the mental conflict, and this is you, Aquarius. You're going to start the month out trying to run around. You're trying to do a lot of shit. That's just, I can't put it any kind of other way. And it seems like a lot of you just decided you were going to do something. Some of you may have taken a trip. Some of you may have gone and purchased something. And what's going to happen when you get into August, you're going to be like, damn, what the fuck did I do that shit for? It's just that energy. Once you get settled, whatever that is, some of you may even be starting school, and you're just in that phase where everything's kind of chaotic. You need to get paperwork signed, you need to find out about loans and grants and this and that. So, and it's causing you a lot of mental conflict. For those of you that waited too late to do something, and now you're trying to scramble and do all this shit, slow it down. Because either you're going to get in on time or you're not. If you waited too late, you just waited too late. This is causing you a lot of stress, actually. I can feel that. Y'all are just mentally like, the fuck? For those of you that have done other things, if you went to visit family or if you had family come to visit you, some of you are really doing the retrograde thing. Review, revising. Why do I keep seeing these people? Why do these people keep doing this? Why do they keep coming to see me? Why do I keep going to see them? Because you're not feeling that connection with them. As you begin to get into the month, you're going to start moving forward. And some of this is not going to have a damn thing to do with whether you want it to happen or not. And again, looking at your overall energy with the Death card, Major Arcana, and the Double card, Major Arcana, something, and for a lot of you this is going to be relationship shit, something is out of your control. And you're going to end up doing pretty much what you want to do, or ending up with the person you want to end up with. But naturally, you're going to be a little guarded as you start moving forward. If this has been one of those situations where it's been a lot of stop and go, you know, one day you in it, next day you ain't. I love you, I hate you, fuck you too. If it's been that kind of shit since the first part of the year, that's getting ready to stop. And this will be with the same person, but you're going to be guarded. And naturally, if somebody's been, you know, giving you a hard time, or if the road to starting this relationship has been difficult, you would be guarded. You would be careful. You'd be cautious. You know, last time I did such and such, you know, this person went way left to center. Or last time I said such and such. All of that is changing. So the person that you're dealing with, it feels like they're making changes too. And they're trying to grab on to what you're doing and how you're acting. And I think they realize maybe that they made some mistakes. Again, you being guarded, that's just where you're going to be. You will eventually learn to let some things go, and fall into the relationship in harmony. With right this minute, you're not there yet. You know you're going forward. You know you're going into that relationship, but you're not letting your guard down just yet. From that to the Five of Coins and Authority, there are probably some business issues that some of you are dealing with. And unfortunately, you probably are going to take the hit for whatever this is. Five of Coins, old girl walking away from some shit. But I'm going to just say this. You're not going to have them coins on your back. That's how that's going. And because it's sitting on top of the Authority card, I am inclined to believe, I'm inclined to believe that this is probably some legal issue. It might have something to do with an ex that maybe you were married to, or you had a business with, or you own property with. At the end of it, you're going to take the hit. And it just is what it is. There's not like you can get out of it, or not like you can defer it or push it down the road. It is what it is. Just go ahead and deal with it. Pay whatever it is that you need to pay, or whatever restitution you need to make good with, and be done with it. For some of you, whoever the other person is that you're dealing with, that would be the person or persons that would be getting the money from you, at the end of all of it is kind of a big disappointment. So if you were married recently, got divorced, and this is the end of that, that person is really just, they're sorry that the shit got to this point, but they know the door's been closed. They know you're done. So this is not going to resonate with everybody, but they're done. You're done. I don't see them trying to come back. For others of you, this may have been a business partnership, or maybe someone you were thinking about, and it, for some reason or other, it got legal. You had to go to court, and you had to settle out of court, or maybe went through arbitration. However that's resonating with you, just know you probably are not going to fare that well. And the best thing would be to just deal with, pay whatever you need to pay, and be done with the whole situation without too much fuss. And again, it feels like it's one of those things you really don't have a say-so in anyway. With the Hope card, with the Eight of Cups, you're moving forward with the hope of getting stable or more stable. For some of you, maybe you're younger and maybe you're trying to hook up with an older person. For others of you, you may be just trying to hook up with someone that is not just financially stable, but just trying to do things at an even pace. And underneath all of that, there's your hope. There's your hope. This is the person you've been hoping, waiting, and wishing for. And you are making that move. And again, when we go back up here, you're still guarded. You're going to carry that guarded, that cautious. Because you know this is what you want. You know this person makes you feel like you're stepping up. You're elevating. You got the hope, but whatever's gone on in the past, whoever's fault it was, yours, theirs, or everybody, doesn't matter. You're just a little guarded because you don't want to hurt this person again, and you don't want to put more stress on the situation than it needs to be. I think for some of you, the situation has just gone through a roller coaster, and there have just been points and pivots where shit just got raggedy. You just got totally raggedy. So you're trying to go slow with this and not fuck it up for all that's worth. And then it, naturally, the balance card, strength card. I said this came up a couple days ago in another reading I did. You have to have some balance in everything that you're doing. And it takes strength. It takes strength to have patience, and it takes strength to know how to balance your shit out. And not necessarily physical strength, but mental strength. Knowing how to make sure everything is getting the right amount of attention from you. For others of you, the balance is not quite right yet. You may not have it quite right. Whoever this person is, you may not be paying enough attention. You might not be doing enough with them. For others of you, it may be that you're not synced up yet. You know, one person's working in the morning, the other person is working overnights. It's going to take some strength, some mental strength to work through that. All is not lost. Don't just feel like because you're working at opposite ends of the spectrum that things are not working out. That's not the case. But this is one of those situations where you're actually going to have to just think through the process and figure out how you can make it work with your partner. For others of you, that might resonate for work if you don't actually have if you're still dating around and you don't have an actual person that you're dealing with just yet. You got a slew of people you're dealing with and you haven't made up your mind what you're going to do. Just having balance overall in everything that you're trying to do, because it feels like, Aquarius, you guys are all trying to elevate. Everybody's trying to get a step up. With the Eight of Wands on the spiritual union, whoever this person is, you're going to do a lot of communicating with them this month. It's not going to be shut down corner. It feels like it has been shut down corner. Not anymore. You are going to be reaching out. They are going to be reaching out. That's that karmic shit. That spiritual union. Come on, work with me. Fast moving. Lots to say. Lots to talk about. Lots to plan. And lots of things to get in order. At some point, it's going to get out, Aquarius, that you were doing something with somebody else, and you're gonna have some regrets. This feels like an old relationship, maybe somebody you were seeing a few years ago. They may have been trying to stay away, but for whatever reason, and I know this is not going to resonate with everybody, but for whatever reason, just like Mercury retrograde, you're going to run into them, see them, talk to them, and then it's just going to be, I'm sorry, Aquarius, my phone is just acting a fool. Anyway, This is an old relationship. This feels like an old relationship, and you left this person, and I dare say maybe for the person you're walking towards now. And it's just going to be a lot of, there's some jealousy there, there's some regret there, because it feels like whatever you are trying to move to is a lot more stable, a lot more secure in terms of that person, where they are in life. And the person that maybe you walked away from might not be as stable. So you're going to run into this person, have a conversation with them, talk to them, see them, however that's going to be one of them things, how it is, what it is. And some of this is going to come up. It's going to come up, and you're going to have to just deal with it. You're going to have to just deal with it. It may be more than one person. Maybe a couple exes. You know, I heard you get married. That kind of energy. And people are, you're going to hear things, and they're going to remind you why you left them. Let me put that out there. You are clearly going to remember why that heart is up there with knives in it. I'm just saying, you're going to remember. And I don't necessarily feel like anybody was cheating or doing anything out of pocket, but whoever these people are, they just weren't for you, and they may have been for you in that moment at that time, but as far as doing anything long term, you didn't see it in the first place, and you were just really doing it. We all do it, have those interim girlfriend and boyfriend type situations going on, you know, while you're waiting for the next thing to come. And sometimes it'll last for a minute, you know, and you learn lessons when you're in those kinds of relationships. So just a heads up, and know that you're going to get confronted about, oh, you seeing somebody else, and how come you love me? That kind of shit. With the Chariot card sitting on top of the material is spiritual prosperity. You're going to have to make some decisions about your money, Aquarius. That's really what this is boiling down to. You're going to have to make some decisions about your money, how you're working with your money, how your money is working for you. If that's the case, if you got it like that, you're going to have to make a decision about what your next thing is going to be. Some of you may be thinking about changing jobs. This is certainly a good omen. Go ahead and start doing that. Others of you may be trying to start something on your own. Again, another good sign. Go ahead and get busy with that. But you're going to have to do something, because it seems like whatever little pot of gold you've been picking at, and this could be a job, it could be a large sum of money, it could be a girlfriend, a boyfriend giving you money, however that's working, you're going to have to make a decision, because you can't keep doing what you're doing right now, because it's not going to work. And the Chariot card, again, another major card. You got a lot of big changes that you need to make. Your money is not excluded from that process. You're going to have to really sit down. For those of you that this is resonating with, you have to really sit down, figure out what you need to do to keep your current status of living. So it may mean you might need to get another job. Some of you may need to go back to school, but you've got to make that decision, and it's going to have to be sooner rather than later. Others of you may be moving. And it's the same thing. You know, that's your money. What are you doing with it? Are you renting? Are you leasing? Do you own? Do you want to own? Do you want to rent your home out? However that's resonating, but you've got to get your finances in order. And that this is underneath the balance and the strength card is not a mistake. You're going to have to, balance your checkbook. And sometimes let the queen of retail therapy explain that to you. Sometimes it takes strength to put the credit card down and go sit down and have a coconut smile and watch something on Netflix. I'm telling you, if that's where you are, if that's resonating with you, you're going to have to figure this out, because the wellspring that you've been dipping into ain't going to last forever. It's just not. With the waiting game and the Ten of Cups, it's going to be whatever this relationship is, whatever this thing is you're walking towards, this person that you're walking towards. That's a good thing, but it's not going to, number one, manifest the way that you think it is, and number two, manifest right now. That is not going to happen. You can make this decision and say, yes, I want this person in my life. But there are things behind the scenes that are going to have to go on. For those of you that are thinking about cohabitating with somebody, they ain't happening right away. If you got to lease some damn where, hello, you have to play the waiting game. I'm just saying. And wait until their lease is up, your lease is up, whatever, to do anything further. For others of you, it may be that you've got kids that may be leaving, or some that may be coming back, but nothing is happening right now. This is all a waiting game. Another story, maybe your kids didn't get all their financial aid paperwork done in time, so they may have to wait or sit out a semester before they can actually start. Again, waiting game. But it's something family oriented. So however that's resonating with you, just know you can make the decision to want to do whatever, but you're going to have to wait, because everything at this point is not lined up for you to just jump out there and say, ta-da, not going to happen. With the Ace of Coins and the choose wisely, this is really telling you, Aquarius, to do just that. Choose wisely. And particularly about your money. If you're thinking about starting a new project with somebody, there's that card sitting on top of that card. If you are getting ready to get into a project, a new business project, let's just throw that out there. You really, the material of spiritual prosperity, it's there for you, but you're going to have to clean it up. You're going to have to clean it up. The Chariot card is not just sitting on top of this card for no reason. You're going to have to clean it up. You're going to have to get your shit in order. Whatever it is, this is business. This is serious money. Ace of Coins. Whatever it is, make sure, and you may need to get somebody else to look at what you're doing, or you may need to talk to somebody else. Make sure you're not losing money on the back end. Say that again. Make sure you don't have a loss, a financial loss. Make sure you don't have a leak somewhere, because this is screaming at me loud and clear. Whatever it is that you decide to do is related to your finances, choose wisely. It looks like final decision making with that Chariot towards the end of the third week of the month, going into the last week of the month. Yeah, choose wisely. Think about what you're doing. Make those phone calls. Talk to people. If you need advice, if you need help. But you need to choose wisely, because if you fuck this up, you're going to be hurting, and your pocket is going to be hurting, and I'm sure that is not what you want. As you roll right to the end of the month with the Eight of Coins sitting on top of the Harmony card, you should be at a place where you and your partner are working it out. Harmony and the Eight of Coins. Y'all are working it out. You're working it out and making it happen. And this may be even a surprise to some of you, because you may be thinking, this person don't really like me. If I start posing questions, they're going to tell me to get lost. No, then I can feel there's some kind of, you got some kind of karmic shit going on with this person. For those of you that are dealing with somebody that they just, for whatever reason, they're still there, and you like them, you don't mind them being there, but for all the shit that you've been through, or whatever amount of time, 2 years, 18 months, a year, 6 months, whatever, still there, and you kind of can't let it go. That kind of energy, y'all know what I'm talking about. That soulmate twin flame shit. Y'all are working to make it happen. And this is one of those things where, in order to keep the harmony, you're going to have to tell a few people, let's go back to the Three of Swords and the Heart of the Law. You do have to break some hearts on this one. Because for whatever reason, you feel like this person is for you, this person is about you, and this person gets you on a level that most people don't get you, and they're willing to work with you where you are. I'm just saying. And y'all are working. Y'all are working. You're putting in the time and the effort. With the Two of Swords on top of the Truth card. For whatever it's worth, any hidden emotional shit you got going on, sitting on top of the Truth card. And that's your energy, Aquarius. Damn air and swords. Whatever hidden emotional things you have going on, you need to open up. You need to tell your partner what the fuck is really going on. Because I'm sure in whatever amount of time it's been, you've done some shit and they're like, why did you do that? And why would you do that? It feels like some of you have some emotional things, and I'm coming right back into the heartache and loss. Y'all got some emotional shit going on, and you probably just need to clear the air, not for anybody else's benefit but your own, so that you are not schlepping this shit into a new relationship. And that this card is sitting underneath the Ten of Cups on top of the waiting game is no mistake. It's no mistake. You need to go ahead and get the weight off of you. And if it's your partner you need to tell something to, I would not in the least bit be frightened or afraid or fearful of speaking my truth to them, because if they love you like you think they do, they're going to hear what you say, call you a knucklehead, and then kiss you on your forehead. And it's going to be just like that. So don't think whoever this is you are really trying to deal with is not going to understand or not going to want to know. Tell them whatever it is, whatever hidden emotional thing you got going on is. And for some of you, it's going back to this heartache and loss and the Three of Swords. Be open. Speak your truth. And let your partner know, you're trying to move past that, but obviously you're going to have some painful points. With the Knight of Cups sitting on the spiritual strength, again, about speaking from your heart, saying what you need to say. Oh, come on, card. And then sometimes that takes spiritual strength to do this kind of shit. I'm sorry. It just does. Jesus, keep me near the cross. That's spiritual strength. And so whatever this is that you need to talk about, because it looks like you're going to wrap the month up in some discussions with this person you're trying to get with. And if for no other reason, just because it'll be time to start having those kinds of conversations if you have not had them already. Because you're getting ready to move forward into a new relationship. So the timing is right. You just need to say whatever it is that you need to say. Again, if this person loves you, let this be the litmus test. If this person loves you and you throw all this shit up against the wall and they're still sitting there when you put the period at the end of the last sentence you say, then you know you got a good one. If, however, you speak your truth and they start yelling and screaming at you like you're crazy, that'll tell you something too. I'm just saying. But whatever strength you need to get from the masters, your angels, your guides, God, Jesus, Jehovah, whoever you're dealing with, don't be afraid to ask for it, so that you can speak from your heart and know that what you're saying is being said to the right person. Let me just put that like that. It's all good, Aquarius. It really is. Y'all are in your heads right now trying to figure out how you're going to do all this shit. You're going to be fine. Some of you trying to buy a ring, feels like. Time for crayons. Get the hell out your head for a second and go do something fun. If it feels like some of y'all are trying to do fun shit that ain't happening because you're trying to force the situation, go get some damn crayons and a coloring book. How about, let's just start there. Start where y'all. Go see a movie, go binge on Netflix, go hang with your crew, whatever that is for you, whatever the crayons is for you. Do it, because you got a lot of big shit here. This is no punk ass reading. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, You got 4 major cards on the table, and that one of them is a death card is enough, because that automatically means there's change coming. You're getting ready to be going through a transformation. So by all means, take time for yourself. Take time to reflect. See that big ass R up there? Take time to reflect. Take time to kind of rejuvenate yourself, because at every turn here, it looks like every week you're going to have something to deal with, big or small, but you're still going to have to deal with it, and you need to be in a good frame of mind. So take time, find some damn crayons and get to the coloring book and do it. What do you love, Aquarius? What do you love? And that's a good question. If you're ready to get off into taking a situationship to another level, or a relationship to the next level, what do you love? What do you love? I know when this card comes up, people are like, what the fuck does she mean? What do I love? What do you love? Because it's that other stuff out there that you like to do that makes you the person that you are. So while you're going through all these little cycles and changes and things, think about, what do you love? What do you love about the person you're with? What do you love about your life with that person? What do you love about your life? What do you love about your job? Whatever it is, this is the question. What do you look? Because when you can start answering questions like this, then you know you got something. If you get, what do you love? If you got crickets chirping, okay, something has to give. But what do you love? And for those of you that are getting ready to get off, because I can feel there's going to be a little bubble here where you're going to make whatever pronouncement or do whatever thing it is that you're going to do. What do you love about that person? At the end of it is just what I said before I pulled the cards. Call whoever you need to call. The great head of lettuce, the great pumpkin, Jesus, Jehovah, Yahweh, whoever. Call on them. You're not by yourself going through this. Call on them. I'm going to leave your reading there, Aquarius. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good start to your week. I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.